So far, we know how to recognize a function when it's given as a list of ordered pairs. But that's not really all that interesting. We're much more interested in functions given as graphs or given as equations. When we have a function given as an equation, we can use what's called the vertical line test to determine whether or not it's a function. Let me give you an example. Here is a relation, and we would like to know whether or not this relation is a function. Remember, S is a function if every x is related to at most one y. So either it's related to one y and it's in the domain, or it just doesn't show up at all. I'm looking at this graph and I'm seeing that this value of x is related to several values of y, namely this one, and this one. Right, this value of x is related to several values of y. And I can tell because the vertical line, this looks like x equals 1/2. The vertical line, x equals 1/2, touches the graph at more than one point. Looking at the picture, it looks like maybe 1/2 is related to 1 1/4. 1/2 is related to -1. And 1/2 is related to -2 3/4. I'm approximating these numbers. Right. And that tells us that S is not a function. This gives us a general method of finding whether or not a graph is a function. And that general method is called the vertical line test. A relation shown in a graph is a function if no vertical line touches the graph at one point. Or maybe a clearer way to phrase this is, a relation shown in a graph is not a function if at least one vertical line touches the graph at 2 or more points. For those of you who are used to using if in the strict mathematical sense, I mean if and only if in both of these cases. So let me show you another picture. Let R be the relation graphed in black. Determine whether R is a function. Pause the video and try this now. From everything that we can see, yes, R is a function because each vertical line crosses this graph exactly once, right? There aren't any vertical lines that cross this graph twice, so R is a function.